Starting at 38. So, cleaner notes. And you can, I mean, it's not super short, but you do want it to be clean. It sounded a little bit fuddy. And then again, eighth notes are a little bit messy. And then sometimes they're really pecky and short. So you never want it, you don't want it pecky and short. That's not the style. Some notes are short, some notes are supposed to be long, but you've got to figure out the style and make sure that you're playing within the style, and everything needs to be clean. There is never a moment in Tubadum where it's supposed to be funny. Start at 38. The beginning was good. And lots of good work on this so far. Watch partials. Starting the second half of page 5 was where you started having some interesting notes in there. So, all right, start at 38. Good. Do that again. Make sure that you get all of those notes. Okay, can you sharpen up the initial attacks of da-da-da-da-dee?
By sharpen, you mean just stronger entrance there, or?
No, I mean like just, it sounds too round. The beginning of the note sounds too round, so. Yeah, so just a little bit more point to the beginning of the note. A little bit more clarity, a little bit more, I wouldn't say punch, I wouldn't say brightness, I would just say more clarity. So it sounds like instead of da 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 dee da da dee ba dee da da. This is a new section. It's energetical.
Got it. Okay, watch the tuning on the F sharp.
So still it sounds, and it's not just the tuba, it's your articulation. Just do that much.
At that tempo?
Yes. Again. Again. Okay, I know it's a 6/4 horn, and that's what gives it a gorgeous sound. But can you just a little bit more? So the first two notes were fine, but by the F sharp, it started sounding woo, woo, woo.
Got
Yeah, okay. Make sure that your D sharp is clean. So far out of the last 10 times, I don't know if you've actually played it through 10 times, but like you're 60% as far as success rate, 50 to 60% on hitting that D with no fuzz on the edges.
Got it.
Again? Why are you playing 2-3 for the D sharp?
Tends to be a little higher, more in tune. I can try to lip it when I want to.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, and you're not using your fifth valve?
No.
Why?
Kinda.
Not used to it?
Yeah, it's a combination of not used to it. Actually, no, it's more that. In my head, I thought, oh, it'd be easier if I do it this way, not. But ergonomically, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. I
Okay.
can try it.
Try it. Okay, so my thought is alternate fingerings are giving you a rounder, darker sound, and at this point in time, I don't know that that's what you want for that entry into this new idea. I think you want more clarity, you want good sound, you want beautiful sound, but that, you want more clarity than that. And I think when you take this faster, all of the alternate fingerings that you're using, and you're using about 3 on just those 5 notes. The alternate fingerings I don't think are helping you with your clarity. So next week when we hear this, I would love to hear it with, like, I think it's in the context of this lesson to be able to get that down like that. I don't know if you can switch gears that quickly with no alternate fingerings now, because you've kind of finger patterned it and ingrained it into your head in a way that alternate fingerings make a lot of sense, and you'll be like blah 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 blah, with ornamentation. But I don't know that the alternate fingerings are helping sell this. Okay, start at 38 and continue on as if you're just playing it the way that you always play it.
Okay.
And I want you to work out the no alternate fingerings route for next week.
Got it.
Yeah, I think that 2 and 3 every time for the D sharp.
It's fuzzy.
It's fuzzy.
All right.
So I think second might be a better idea.
Remember that for myself.
Because your percentage rate of success has now dropped to instead of like 50%, it's like less, like 45%.
Got it.
Those are not good odds. Okay, but then don't back off of that note. So your whole idea continues. That's where it starts to come back down again.
Okay.
Okay, start at 42 again?
Yeah.
And I would actually lengthen these a little bit. Beep. That's good. Now, in context. Okay. then more D. So there's a little bit of push through these phrases that help give it energy and drive and motion and flow. Right now it seems very flat.
Got it.
So the 38, those two bars in a eighth note, and then from 42, those two bars in an eighth note, it seems pretty flat. So shape your lines a little bit more. But there has to be forward drive, forward energy for this whole section, because this is like, your piano's like, they're doing a lot of fancy fast stuff, right? So you have got to perpetuate that drive with your line and your energy and your volume and your articulation as well are going to help carry that forward. Right now it's like stagnant, just a little bit.
Got
it. 42. Can you do that more accurately?
Yes.
And so it's like one idea, but your quarter notes beep bop bop beep bom beep bop bom beep bottom beep, make sure they're long.
Got it. Oop. Without forgetting my fingering halfway through.
Don't forget your fingers halfway through. It's better.
Do it one more time.
Okay, and then continue. And this is kind of like, it's a little bit less, but it starts, and you're changing keys in there, yeah? At least two different ideas. And make sure that your B up are both no fuzz on any of them, clean, and B up. The intervals are perfect. So starting on the D. So you hear how that sounded kind of funny?
Yeah. Yeah.
Try it. Again. Okay. Start at the D. And clean, not fuddy. Good. Go back to 38. Do those three. It's like your perfect trifecta. You can do it. Not fuddy, clean. Okay, your quarter notes are getting cut short. Don't do that. Because that, if you those quarter notes help carry that energy through the bar. Those bars. Yeah, I still feel like you're backing off on them just a smidge.
Yeah. I feel it too.
Oh, good. It's not my imagination. Keep going. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so your piano. That is growing, but it starts at piano, and digadam has to be clean. The first one. It can't sound like it's a surprise, like, oh no, now I have to double tongue. It has to be like, woohoo, I get to double tongue. So do from the D. Okay, up until the second half of 50, it was pretty good. But suddenly, it's like you have marbles in your mouth. Hello, my name is David, and I'm here to help you today.
Isn't that like an old technique to try to fix
Elocution?
or something?
Yeah. It's My Fair Lady. The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plains, and they stick marbles in her mouth, and she's supposed to say a tongue twister with marbles in her mouth. And it's like really hard for her to do. And every time, he's a little bit of a jerk though, so every time she says it, she puts like more marbles in her mouth.
Oh, jeez. Like.
But anyway, you do not want to sound like you have marbles in your mouth. And don't play with marbles in your mouth, because if they're too small, they'll go through your horn and they'll get stuck.
That would be interesting. Where do you want me to start? Just in that pickup at 50?
Yeah, yes, into the run up to 51.
Yeah.
Make it sound clean, effortless, all partials, all articulations, all dynamics. Oh, hey, that's everything. Take it slowly. Can you sing that? With me. 2, 3, 4. Bum 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 da da dee da dee da dee ba da 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 da. Kind of swimmy.
Yeah.
All right. One more time with just by yourself, so that I'm not messing you up. Well, you can sing lower than I can, by at least an octave. All right.
Fair.
All right, so got this tempo. Bum 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 ba da bee da bum. Just that much.
Right.
A little bit slower. Yes. That's right. The right clarity, the right partials. Sounded pretty good. Okay. Do that much. Continue on. Perlman talks about slow practice.
I know somebody else who says that a lot.
Oh,
to me.
possibly me.
And Slack too.
And Slack, yes. Okay, so here's the thing. What I want you to do is I want you to look up on Google. Google Ishak Perlman slow practice and watch one of his videos on it. It is fantastic.
How do you spell that?
ISTAK. I'm not actually. I don't have no idea for the first name, but it's like Isaac Perlman, but it's Ishak Perlman. Perl. You know who he is?
I've probably heard of the name.
Violinist with the crutches from Israel. He had polio when he was a child, and he was bored, and his mom put him on violin, and he is outstanding, and one of the greatest violinists of all times.
For the name, I just haven't had to look him up.
Oh, he's fantastic. He's one of my favorites. But he's an Israeli violinist who's one of the best in the world. and he does fantastic master classes. But watch one of his short videos on slow practice. It is outstanding. Outstanding. Okay, so that's what I want you to do with that section, because when you're playing it that slowly, if you can play it slowly and gradually bump it up, it will be the way it's supposed to be. Clean, all the articulations correct, all of the intervals absolutely perfect, and you can practice your dynamics at that tempo too. And as you speed it up, it will only ever be right. And you'll get to the point where you can't play it incorrectly because you've played it correctly so many times. But if you blaze through this in all of your glory, then
you're not wrong. It's like
then it will only ever be mostly crappy.
Fair.
Yeah, but if you start practicing it slowly and then gradually speed it up little by little with everything correct every single time, you're building habits of permanence in musicality the way it's supposed to be.
Take that line. Habits of permanence.
Yeah, my terrible English.
It's catchy enough that it makes you go, what is that?
Yeah.
It's like a good something you can say to students.
You could say permanent habits, but habits of permanence, so, but
our English is better than mine.
So that you cannot get it incorrectly. You can't get it wrong. Do that one more time.
Sure. The pickup.
Same, yeah.
51.
Yes, like the run up into 51, but same tempo, because when we speed it up, it sounds terrible. So let's play it slowly and right, and gradually speed it up on your own time. Instead of bom. So what's happening is your E there is like a, you are supposed to re-articulate it, but it's sounding like a round note. Wah. So it's like a squishy football.
Got it.
Instead of instead of a decrescendo phrase into the next note, which is the A. It's because what you're doing, it's like a trampoline, and your D is nice, and you bounce on the squishy football, and you're like blah, and you fall on your face. I mean, your last note was fine, but your E was certainly not.
Kind of stuck out like a sore thumb.
Stuck out like a squishy football that you tripped over. All right.
Joy.
59. I love this section because it floats, and it should sound like it's floating, even though you're in the middle of the range. You're building up to what's coming. Keep your time good, though. Okay, so starting it again, can you be quieter?
Yes.
Your breath before the second triplet is kind of, it's making ba-dee, ba-da-da-da. Make sure that your second triplet is still a triplet, even though you're only playing the last two notes. But make sure that your breath doesn't make it so you come in late on the C. 59. Okay, even at this tempo, sounds, bum, bum. Your eighth notes, just a little bit more, because right now they're kind of long, they're kind of wah wah. Da-ga-dee-dum, make 'em clean. Da-ga-dee-dum. Dee-da bum bum. Da-da, 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 da-da-da-dum.
Where do you want me to start at?
67. And still not happy with your tied quarter into the first quarter of that triplet up here at 60.
Oh yeah.
Just when you're on your own, make sure that you're subdividing this triplet, even if you take out the tie, dee da 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 so that you really do have duple against triple, and then put the tie back in when you're practicing. But right now it sounds still like you're taking a breath a little bit late. You're a little bit after this, enough so that your second note of your triplet is late.
Got it.
So just be very careful on that. Just subdivide your time. 7. Good. Okay, so right about here, it starts getting mushy again.
Got it.
Ba-da, 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 da, 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 dee. Da-ga-dee, da, dee. But yeah, you still have to have clean, clear articulation. Okay. Let's do the next 2 pages. This is such a great piece.
Oh, it's fun. It definitely is kicking my butt.
Well, I just like
Love
that
it.
people like Ewazen are writing stuff like this for tuba. I mean, it's like we have come so far from Asleep in the Deep and the Memories of the Kraken to Elephants and Leviathan to, things that are great melodies for low brass.